woman in agriculture can take the lead. Whatever the challenge, whatever the need, she rise to meet the demands of every single day. In her all unique phenomenal.
I nominated Hilary for the Ag-ceptional Woman of the Year award because she is just this calm, cool, collected woman in a variety of avenues of agriculture. If you were to know Hilary, you would think her life was just easy peasy because she just comes across that way. That's part of it, but she leads and she serves that way too. She's looking for opportunities to continually serve, not only at home, but at the state and national levels.
When I think about Ag-ceptional and the Ag-ceptional women that I've met, I grew up with it. You know, I think about my great aunt Aggie. She lived to be over 100 years old, and she could outwork any man I've ever met. You know, she knew what it meant to work. And my grandma's the kindest, most giving people you've ever met. My mom, she took care of Girl Scouts, she took care of 4-H, she took care of anything we needed. Oh, and she was helping run the grocery store at the same time. I was really blessed because I grew up in the grocery store and on the farm. My parents had the grocery store and all my grandparents farmed. So I got to see kind of the farm to fork from the beginning.
We ran the grocery store in Spalding at that. She basically grew up in the grocery store, helped a lot. I think she probably started when she was 8 years old, and she used to go out to my dad's farm, Walt Velocics, and she had a couple cousins. They go out and spend the whole day out there working with their 4-H calves. And I would say that's what kind of really got her interested in ag. And then the usual high school things, busy. And she did a lot of, almost everything. She always enjoys doing things and, being challenged.
Brian and I always chuckle because God knows what he's doing, right? If we'd met in high school, we probably wouldn't have liked each other. He was all farmer and I was all sports. I loved the farm. I had my 4-H calves, but I was really focused on athletics and those things. So we probably wouldn't have connected in high school, even though we grew up 20 miles away. And then in college, through mutual friends, I was lucky enough to meet Brian and his group of friends.
Hilary was animal science and ag leadership. So obviously, she's always done this leadership thing.
And then it just progressed through college, spent more and more time together, got to know Austin. He was an amazing little boy, and so I was lucky enough that I got to marry Brian and become a mom all at the same time. And that was just one of the coolest things that anybody ever gets in their life is that moment when you say, yeah, this is for real, and we're together forever, and we both love ag, we both love farming, and so it works. He puts up with my wanting to be involved in everything, and he keeps the farm running while I'm out and about. I was really lucky because when I was close to graduating, there was a grant available to stay for grad school. So I was able to get an assistantship and work with animal science and then ag-lec. So my degree was actually in ag leadership. Non-teaching was the plan. While I was in grad school, we found out we were pregnant with twins, and we're blessed with Cody and Carson. I graduated in August from grad school, and they were born late September. So that was kind of a back-to-back. Didn't get much of a breather between grad school and having a few more children. So a few years later, Cassidy and then Kate came along, and we were able to just continue to grow our family. We knew that we were blessed to be on a farm, to be able to raise a family on a farm, and to have all of the grandparents close. Family's the center of it all. And so we were able to bring children into a family that was so supportive of us. We couldn't do this without the grandparents. That's just the reality. And then life happens, right? So my plan was to go into ag education, non-teaching, a lot of adult work. And then our ag teacher got called to active duty. And so the school called and said, hey, you want to teach? And so I went back to the university and got my provisional. Dr. Bell laughed a lot because he said, I knew you'd be teaching in the classroom someday. So when I got my provisional, I was able to then teach at Boone Central, and then I went on to Spalding Public.
She looks for opportunities to not only teach but engage with young people and share her passion for agriculture with them. And so she's not only passionate herself about agriculture, she's really trying to pass that on in her family and in all of the people that she gets to meet.
Chuck Pullman found me. I applied for an online job, and He said, you can do this. So you always have people that believe in you. And so he said, yeah, you should do this. So I started teaching an online animal science class, and that's how I got to know Northeast Community College. And so I did online adjunct for a while and then had the opportunity to move to Northeast. Agribusiness was my main focus, and then moved on to associate dean and got to work with Kareen, which was a ton of fun.
We had a lot of fun. We didn't just go to work and work. We went to work and we talked and we dreamed and we rolled up our sleeves, we dug in, we did what needed to be done, but we enjoyed each other's company. And Hilary creates that everywhere she goes. If you go into any workplace or any place where she is working on something, she's also creating lasting and positive relationships with people.
As I was there at associate dean, the opportunity arose to run for county commissioner. It was a bit of an unexpected opportunity, but it was something the county needed. It was an opportunity to serve and to give back. I wanted to try it. The great part of all that is I was still able to work with FFA, being an assistant coach on some of our FFA programming, and continue to work with 4-H as a club leader for all of those years. And so I got to stay connected to the youth, which was always super important to me after I found that passion.
I see a lot of that, a lot of the connections. So because mom pushed us to be involved in different organizations, and now in college, now the connections are just incredible when you get to East Campus in Lincoln. Running around the country with mom by our side in almost everything. I mean, she was the co-advisor for FFA. She helped for all the 4-H events. She tagged along in all of the events. Mom was always there right beside us to say, hey, don't do that. You're making a fool of yourself. Or, hey, go ask this guy a question. Go ask this guy a question.
We get to help with everything from combining to moving cows and so much more. It's a cool experience that I'm lucky to have. You learn how to have hard work and be a better person than you thought you ever could be because of it. The most fun thing is probably when we all get to work together, because there's some yelling and some people get angry, but in the end, we're all out there having fun.
Brian is the quiet one and I am the loud one, and the kids know that. And so I yell a lot, and I mean, working cattle, I mean, everything, that's what you do. You get stuff done. They usually kind of just laugh it off, but when Brian starts to get a little louder, they know something matters. And so we yell at our kids once in a while, and I like stuff to get done. I like efficiency.
You know, she likes to yell sometimes, but it's all in her love for us and helping to shape us into productive and active and young individuals. All of my siblings and I have those experiences of we disappointed her because we didn't do an activity or we didn't do well in one of our activities. It might be an uncomfortable few moments when you first get home, but the intention is always good, wanting to create the best people she can out of the 5 of us.
I had 4 years as a Boone County Commissioner, which was a really great experience to get to see what it's like to serve in a different capacity and to work outside of the traditional school system. From there, I was able to move into the University of Nebraska Extension and was able to be an engagement zone coordinator, so Central Nebraska, kind of a regional manager, which was a lot of fun because I worked with all of the programs. It wasn't just 4-H, it wasn't just the livestock and animals, it was everything. So I got to learn about early childhood, I got to learn about rural community development, all pieces that I touched on but had a lot more to learn. So that was a great opportunity. You don't stay farming for over 150 years without grit. Not every day's easy, not every day's perfect. We tell great stories, we love it. I wouldn't want to raise my kids anywhere else than on a farm, but it takes some grit.
My mom is exceptional because of all the different things she does for our community, for the entire state as a whole, and she multitasks doing all of it. She comes home, she works on the farm, and then she goes and does publicity events, and she still manages to make it home to our sports events and does everything for us. And I think that just makes my mom exceptional.
The networking is incredible from everything she's done. And it's crazy how we sit through so many different lectures, speakers, and I say, I'm Carson Maricle from Albion. I plan to come home and farm eventually. And everybody looks at me a little sideways. Do you know Hilary? Yeah, that's my mom. I mean, she knows everybody.
I spent 2 years teaching in Southeast Montana right out of college, and they were up for Thanksgiving one of those years, and we were sitting in a restaurant in Forsyth, Montana, a half hour north of where I was teaching, and she goes, I'm pretty sure I know who that lady is. I thought, here we are 11 hours from home, and you still know people from all of the various things that you've done.
So now I'm lucky enough to be the Deputy Director for the Nebraska Department of Agriculture. And I really think it's really a culmination of all these things. Ag literacy has been in my heart. That's what I want to do, is help grow Nebraska agriculture, help people understand what agriculture is. And so all of these little pieces and puzzle pieces have added up to give me the opportunity to where I sit now. It is a lot different than a few other things I've done. But as Deputy Director, I get to do a lot of ag promotion, which is what I love, and it's what I truly believe in doing. I'm just very, very grateful for all of the amazing women that went before me, and hope that I can help give a voice to all the women in agriculture that maybe didn't have the support system that I've had to be able to get out there and tell the story.
Since she started at Department of Ag in her current position, promoting Nebraska ag all over the world, it's been exciting. See her on FaceTime more than in person, but that's kind of where we've been heading towards, and every organization she's ever been in is 110%. So I'm not surprised with where we're at. She is an incredibly special person. She's always been driven to do this stuff.
How are you? I'm wonderful, Ag-ceptional woman of the year.
my goodness!
Congratulations, Mom, on your Ag-ceptional Woman of the Year award. I know you've done a lot with this, and you're very deserving.
Mom, I'm so proud of you. This is a really cool award, and you just did such a good job.
All your good deeds definitely go noticed. Every little thing you do is always noticed.
You've dedicated your life to the egg industry, and I think that's the most honorable thing a person can do. From the bottom of my heart, I love you so much.
I'm so excited that you're getting this recognition, and I am glad we get to celebrate with you. Congratulations, love you bunches.
Congratulations, Hilary. It's been a journey. You deserve it, and enjoy.
It's a